to Tales of Olympus. Guys, I'm really sorry about the late update because I've been not feeling well these days and I'm also preparing for something big for my school. So, anyways, I hope you will keep listening to this show, and thanks to all the new listeners in UK, United States of America, United Kingdoms, Kenya, Libya, Taiwan, and much more. Oh, sorry, forgot Spain. Sorry. So, today we will talk about Poseidon versus Athena. Who deserves the crown? Right, this episode I have no anything. I'm just talking from the mind right here. So since we're talking about Poseidon and Athena, as we featured last episode, I will talk about Percy Jackson as well in this episode, so I will make the original myths and the myths in Percy Jackson go with the Poseidon versus Athena vibe. Okay, so let's start with the first short story, the story of Athens. So long ago, the people of a new city had to choose a god to protect them. And two gods wanted that honor. The first was Poseidon, the god of the sea, and Athena, the goddess of wisdom. To settle the argument, they each gave a gift to Athens and see if the people who liked better the gift. So Athens was originally named Attica, or Attica. Something like that. Attica. Yeah. So Poseidon's gift was a saltwater spring, but the people couldn't drink it. So it was Athena's turn. Athena stepped forward, and she gave Athens the world's first olive tree. It gave food, oil, wood, and peace. The people chose Athena, and that city was named Athens. So round one goes to Athena. Her gift was more useful, and she won the city. But Poseidon doesn't give up easily. So, in the Percy Jackson series, if you haven't read Percy Jackson and the Olympians, or the Heroes of Olympus, go check that out right now. It is the best stories I've ever read about Greek mythology, and it is my personal favorite. Not just in mythology. So, let's start with Poseidon. He is the father of Percy Jackson, the hero of Camp Half-Blood, the boy who saved Olympus more times than you can ever count. Poseidon is powerful, protective, and proud of Percy. He was Percy's godly parent, and so Percy has the cabin 3 at Camp Half-Blood. Poseidon is one of the godly parents that actually cares about their mortal offspring, not like the others, because Poseidon actually showed up in person in some of the books. But Poseidon also disappears sometimes. He can be mysterious, and he has a lot of responsibility under the sea, given that his wife Amphitrite and his other son Triton, who apparently just hates Percy. Now let's talk about Athena. She's the mother of Annabeth Chase, Percy's best friend, and later, more than that. Athena didn't raise Annabeth directly, but she gave her intelligence, courage, incredible battle skills, and a sharp sense of judgment. Athena doesn't show up like Poseidon does, but her influence is always present. Athena's strength and Annabeth's strength both comes from wisdom, logic, and discipline. Well, so, what do you think? Well, personally, I'll just tell you my theories, but it's fine if you have other thoughts than what I think. So, Poseidon, if it was me to choose, I would choose Poseidon. Yeah, because I think one of the most things that make people like Poseidon is that he is one of the more warmer parents that actually care. Like, he really do care about Percy's well-being. And even in the original myths, I forgot whose name was that, but I remember Ares liking a pretty princess, and then Poseidon's other son wants her too. So they got in a fight, and Ares, being a god and everything, defeated Poseidon's kid. But Poseidon actually put Ares on trial for the first time, and that's how the first trial of the gods even actually came to be this way. So Poseidon is actually a protective father. But if you ask me, Athena, she's more of the distant, strict, and maybe do care about her offspring, but just she has expectations, like crazily. So let's compare. So this part you can give it to whoever you like. So to me, right now, I would go with Poseidon. But really, who would you rather have as a godly parent? Who would help you survive better in a quest? Okay, actually, who would I rather have as a godly parent? I would choose Poseidon, because personally I like swimming. And I like reading a lot and just solving puzzles as well, but sometimes I don't know, because if you read the Percy Jackson theories, most people would just choose Poseidon without a single thought. Actually, I've debated a lot about this with myself, and this is actually very hard for me because both of them are most of the well-respected gods in Olympus. Poseidon being one of the big three, and Athena being one of the gods who defeated Ares, Hephaestus, and a lot of gods too. And she's also a virgin goddess, so her children were actually, I don't remember what it's called, but I think it was brainchild. And so there's technically a difference between that. Like Athena didn't directly give birth to any of her demigod children. So sometimes it just makes Poseidon better. And Athena also doesn't shows up or make messages clear. I mean, none of the gods actually do, but yeah, I actually okay, my brain is malfunctioning right now. I don't even know why. So I would choose Poseidon no matter what. I actually have a paper trident made out of paper. Yeah, ironic. So, who would help you survive better in a quest? This one I would choose Athena, because Athena has wisdom, battle strategy, and handcrafting, while Poseidon's powers are more useful near water. So Athena's wisdom would definitely help better in a quest. You know what? Tell me in the comments who you would rather have as a godly parent, or who would you rather think would help you survive better in the quest, and why? And I literally will talk about the comments next episode. Okay. Next time we'll jump back into the original myths with Hephaestus. I know this is a very short episode, but I'm not going to end it there. So, last time there was 3 riddles. I think right. Yeah. 3 riddles. So, the riddle 1, if you guessed it right, hooray! The answer is Athena. The riddle 2 is Ares. The riddle 3 is Hermes. So congratulations to anyone who got all of that right, or even just one of them right. Thank you. So, literally I cannot just end it here. So, I think I'll talk about Percy Jackson a little bit. If you haven't read it, just go read it. Okay, I'm going to take a tiny little break over here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So first, I need a shout out to my little cousin Alpine, who is going to turn, you're literally 1 year old right now, and you're very cute. So yeah, big shout outs to my little cousin. And now back to the episode. Please wait. Okay, I'm back. Now we meet Hermes. Yeah, it's like a lot of episodes in one episode. So don't blame me. It was technically me who chose to do this. So anyways, let's begin. Today we meet the fastest god, the one with wings on his shoes, a golden staff in his hand, and too many tricks to count. Today we race through the sky with Hermes, the god of messengers, thieves, travelers, merchants, dreams, and lies. He's clever, he's funny, but he was causing trouble before he could even talk. Hermes is the son of Zeus and I forgot what it was, a nymph or a titaness or a goddess named Maya. He was born in a cave hidden in the mountains, but even as a baby, Hermes was already thinking fast. On the day he was born, he snuck out of his cradle, crawled out of his cave, and stole 50 sacred cattle from his half-brother Apollo. Yes, a newborn stole god cows. But Hermes didn't just steal them. He did it perfectly. He made the cows walk backwards so their tracks were confusing. He wore sandals on his feet and hands to hide his own footprints. He even sacrificed 2 of the cows to the 12 Olympians, even though only 11 gods existed. Well, he counted himself as the 12th. When Apollo found out, he was furious. He searched day and night. And finally, he came to Zeus and found out that it was Hermes. Zeus, your child stole my cows. Is that true, Hermes? Zeus asked. And Hermes replied in the perfect innocent baby voice. Me? But I was asleep in my cradle. Ah. But Zeus knew what was up. He wasn't even mad. He laughed. He said, "You're clever, son. From now, you will be our messenger, our trickster, our guide." Hermes was happy, but he still felt bad for Apollo, and so he made a little instrument from a tortoise shell. And that was the first lyre, an instrument made by Hermes, and a peace gift to Apollo. Apollo was pretty happy after all. He was the god of music, so yeah. Hermes became the god of travelers, thieves, merchants, messages, dreams, boundaries, and guiding souls to the underworld. He was the messenger of the gods, with a Caduceus, with George and Martha. So he could fly with his winged sandals, cross between worlds, and even talk to both mortals and immortals. No one could lie, trick, or talk faster than Hermes himself. His symbols are the Caduceus, winged sandals, traveler's hat, and the lyre. Hermes wasn't just fast, he was smart too. He helped Zeus deliver secret messages, Hades guide souls into the underworld, Demeter find her daughter Persephone, Odysseus escape Calypso, and Perseus on his journey to defeat Medusa. But he also caused trouble. He once switched all of Apollo's arrows with sausages. He convinced Ares to wear a pink toga in public. He played pranks on Hera so often that she made a no Hermes rule in her temple. In the Percy Jackson books, Hermes is the father of Luke Castellan, a demigod who turns into a major villain, but later became a true hero. But it still makes Hermes feel sad and guilty. He tried to help Percy. He gives him advice, guidance, and a magical gift bag. He says, "I've made mistakes. I lost Luke. Don't make the same mistake with Annabeth." Hermes may be playful, but when he's serious, his words hit hard. He carries dreams, souls, and secrets. And even though he moves fast, his heart runs deep. Hermes is proof that not all power is about fighting. Sometimes the clever word, the fast move, the small joke, or the careful message is what truly changes the world. Thank you for running with me through the skies today. Hermes is one of the most exciting gods of Olympus, and Poseidon and Athena are also equally powerful. And I hope you had fun with these stories. Next time, we'll visit Hephaestus, the god of fire, invention, and one of the most dramatic stories in all of Olympus. And maybe something else. And don't forget, sometimes the messenger is the real hero. See you next time, Heroes of Olympus! Woo!